You are watching Pittsburgh Sports Talk on WBGN, hosted by Tantlinger, Mike Sasson, Chris Howse, Melissa Stokowski, and the rest of the PST team.
How you doing, folks? Mike Sasson here with Randy the Tank Tantlinger. There you go.
Yeah, baby.
There we go. Pittsburgh Sports Talk. If you want to join the team, email us, pst@wbgn.com, pst@wbgn.com. We still have our guest on. How do you pronounce his name again, Randy?
Will Stryeski, the fishing guru up there at the Shawnee Inn. You still on the line there, Willow?
You bet you.
Outstanding. Now, again, we're joined by Will. He's a fishing guide at the Shawnee Inn up in the Poconos. Will, tell the folks a little bit about the Shawnee Inn.
I sure can. I am very blessed to have this incredible platform of the historical Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort that is encompassed as the only private resort that is within the heart of one of the 3 national parks on the Delaware River, which, of course, is absolutely renowned for its fishery. We've got an incredible migratory run of shad and stripers that come up from the ocean, and of course they have to come right by the Shawnee Inn. Through the years, we have proven that the historical inn is not just about incredible golf, the 27-hole golf course that we have, but we have an incredible spa. We have some wonderful restaurants. We even have our own microbrewery, and on top of that, some of the finest fishing in the East Coast.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
challenge any of your guests to that statement.
Hey, I
Come on up
believe
and
it.
see me.
I believe it. Now, folks, I'm an avid fisherman, but I'd never been fly fishing, and had the absolute joy that day of having Will take me out for my first fly fishing experience, and it's a completely different reality. Now, Will, how long have you been fly fishing, and why do you love it the way you do?
I've been fly fishing for 35 years. I say 30 years. I figure the first 5 didn't count. But of course, I can appreciate all the different arrays of other types of fishing as well, which we also do here at the Shawnee historical Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. But the fly fishing certainly is a very unique aspect of fishing that for any individuals who enjoy fishing at any level, whether saltwater, freshwater, spin, bait casting, you have to try fly fishing, because certainly it is an end of its own.
Absolutely.
Now, Will, Mike Sasson here.
That's not something you can just pick up in a few hours. It can take a lifetime of studies.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, now let me ask you a question. Let's say I had never done any fly fishing at all.
Yeah.
Could I just, with my family, or a brother, a son, uncle, whatever, come to the inn and just basically you guys just hook me up with everything and a guide and take me on and really teach me just basically from starter, from a beginner level?
Hey, Will, I want to answer this question.
Yes.
I had never fly fished in my life, right?
Okay.
There was 2 other guys with us.
But you're a big time star.
That doesn't matter.
Can the people of Pittsburgh do it?
Will, you had me fly fishing within 2 minutes, didn't you?
Well, we'll use that term loosely, that you were fly fishing at that point. But you know what? You had the most important ingredient, Tank, and that was that you were having fun in the process of learning and taking it all in. And that is the true marrow of where fly fishing begins. And from there, as you develop your skill, which takes time, that's when it ultimately comes together, and the catching aspect is icing on the cake, and usually will follow.
Now, quickly again, we mentioned got about a minute here. Can you give the email address or phone number if people want to get in touch with you?
I sure can. That is fish@shawneeinn.com. If you email me, I will certainly get back to you in a very timely manner. 12 months out of the year, we've got some type of fishing for someone. Also, the phone number at Shawnee Fishing Trips is 570-424-4050, extension 1462. That's 1-800-424-4050, extension 1462, or much easier, fish@shawneeinn.com.
There we go.
Will, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And obviously, we're at Pittsburgh Sports Talk. We love our Pirates, we love our Steelers, we love our Pens, but we also love getting out there.
See this? Will, this is how you fly fish, buddy.
I thought you
Hey,
were
listen,
lassoing
Frank, I can't
somebody.
thank you enough, but listen, we got to get you up during the springtime, during the summertime, where I can get you into some of your first fish on the fly.
Sounds good, Will.
Thanks, Will.
We'll talk to you soon. Pittsburgh Sports Talk.
Hey, it's the Tank, and I'm down here at the 12th Annual Pittsburgh Sports Gala. Celebrates North Side. We're down here at Heinz Field tonight. We've got the likes of Max Talbot, Steve Blass is being honored tonight. The Penguins, the Pirates, Steelers all have representatives here. So let's take a look around at the 12th Annual Pittsburgh Sports Gala. Hey, it's the Tank and Teek show right now. That's what we're doing here. Tekulve's with me now, and we're going to talk a little bit about the positive aspects of this 17th losing season of the Pirates. But, Teek, some of the positive things out of this season, certainly some of the young talent.
Yeah, I think the young talent that has been acquired over the last 2 years, and you really, when you look at what has happened over the course of the past 2 seasons, Neil Huntington has basically rebuilt the entire organization, from top to bottom, and they wanted to get younger. They wanted to get more fit, more athletic. They wanted to get more raw talent in here, and now they've got to that point. And it surprised me that they were able to do it as quick as they did. Now the secret is, okay, now you got to take that talent, put it together into a team that can be productive on the field, and that's the next step, and that's what we're going to see next.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we saw a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you saw the report that came out that said even though our Buccos are fighting for some respectability, that the numbers broadcast-wise across the country, people are watching the Buccos.
Yeah, it was amazing when we saw that. Our FSN numbers were very, very good. It was well above, of all people, I believe it was the Dodgers numbers, actually, and they're in the playoffs and just got eliminated last night. So, yeah, there is still a lot of interest in Pirate baseball in Western Pennsylvania and in the area. So, yeah, that's a good sign. But, you can't ask these people to hang on forever. You need to be able to put a product on the field that they can be proud of again, and hopefully that process will begin starting on opening day of 2010.
What's your favorite memory ever from when you were playing?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's the 7th game of the 1979 World Series. Every player who ever puts on a Major League uniform goes to spring training with the idea, I want to win a World Series. And, in 1979, we were able to do that. We were able to win the World Championship. So 25 guys got to do what everybody else in professional baseball wanted to do. And then the icing on the cake was, for me, I was the guy that got to be able to stand on the mound and get the last out. And Steve Blass and I talk about this so much, about what a great privilege it was to be the guy out on the mound representing your club and getting the job done, that final out, that makes your club a World Championship club. Not only for the players on the club, but for all the fans, all the people that were supporting us all that time. And, to come back after that was over with and see the energy that was in this area, particularly during a time when, the steel industry was not doing very well and things were falling apart in Western Pennsylvania. This really gave, between us winning the World Series and the Steelers winning the Super Bowls, really gave those people something to be proud of at a time when they really needed it. And I've always felt very good about being a part of that.
Yeah, well, we still remember it too, and we feel just as good watching it and remembering all these years later. All right, Tank and Teek, go eat something, would you?
I need to eat something.
Go eat something. We'll talk to you. Thank you, sir. Hey, if you've been watching the Steelers lately, some guys are running in 4th gear, some guys are running in 5th gear. This cat is running in his own gear because he's got a super turbo something. Stefan Logan with me now, man. Why are you so fast? Do you eat spinach? Do you eat carrots? Tell the kids at home, why are you so fast?
Well, I don't eat a whole lot of vegetables, but the only vegetables I do eat is corn and black beans. And I don't know, I just got my speed from my mom and dad. I guess it was in our genes. And
corn and black beans, that's black and gold, though.
Yeah, that's black and gold.
There we go.
Yeah, my mom always said I got my speed from her, and all the stuff that I do on the field. She always said, you got those genes from me. Your dad was fast, but I was more the athletic one. So my mom she take most of the credit. So I get it from my family. It's in the genes.
Let's talk some football right now. Special teams are so important to the game of football. The average fan sees the quarterback and they're focused on that. Or maybe they see the big hitter in Troy Polamalu or that another nasty guy, James Harrison. But special teams is the third component of any winning football team. You certainly have stepped up. I mean, you are a pleasant surprise to all of us. Was this any surprise to you, though, about your talents and abilities and to be able to contribute on an NFL level like this?
Well, I always told myself, I can do it. I can compete on the NFL level. I can play with the big boys, due to my size. And, going through the years, a lot of people always say, I was too small to play. And, I know I had a big heart, and I knew I wanted to play football. So, me stepping up, making plays, I'm out there on kickoff, making tackles. I'm on kickoff return, returning kicks and punts. And right now they got me as the starting gunner. I'm willing to do everything it takes, to help this football team win. And Coach see that about me. I came from a Division II. I'm a small guy, and I just put it all on the line. My mom always said, do it. What got me here. And obviously it was, being physical, being tough, and not letting all other stuff get in the way, and just keep playing hard to be physical. And I know that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers are used to, is smash my football team. So I want to be a part of that. So that's what I'm gonna keep putting forth maximum effort to be a Steeler.
Well, here, could you run behind the tank?
Of course.
Look at this. Look at the hole I'd make for you, Stefan.
I'm sure I can.
Be a heck of a hole. Me and Stefan Logan in the end zone. Max, when you were a kid, could you imagine that your athletic abilities would help raise money to help other people?
Never. I never thought I would have made it that far. So it's nice to have the chance to do that. And I feel like the more you get successful and you win championship, and the more you have impact on people because they know you, and they this summer with the cup, the way we won and stuff, I had a chance to do some things for charity, and just being here tonight and helping, it's definitely a blessing for us to have the chance to do that.
I want to ask you about the turnaround last February. I wrote a story about how it was one of the most incredible turnarounds ever in sports history. What would you attribute the turnaround to?
Oh, there was a couple of factors at the same time. I mean, Sergei Gonchar came off an injury, so we came back on a power play. One of the best defensemen in the league. We had trades by going to get Billy Guerin, Craig Adams, and Chris Kunitz, which were three great players that won before, so that was experience, and just a change of wind. And we changed coach at this time, 2 of the year.
I think it changed the mental attitude too.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just changing something that is going to make you, open up and be different. And Dan Bosman brought a lot of passion and excitement to us, and it showed on the ice, definitely.
Great. Can you give me a shh? Give me a shh.
Philly, shh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, brother. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you, Max.
Sound like a motor. That's the part. If you saw South Park, you'd get this. Pittsburgh Sports Talk. How you doing, folks? Now, I don't know if you know this. If you send your kids to college, first and foremost, why? Second,
I didn't go to college, and look at me. I wear jackets.
Okay, maybe you should send your kids to college. All right. If you send your kids to college, every one of them has to study this next segment. It's called Dude, We Gotta Talk. It's absolutely tremendous. Now, I will go first. Put me right there.
That worked out pretty good. That was cool.
Dude, John Moreto, we gotta talk. Now, you might say, who is this John Moreto? And Mike, are you even pronouncing his name right? Probably not. But he's the new Big East commissioner. He took over for Tranghese recently. And I saw an article where they interviewed him. And when they start with the BCS again, this guy is going to be the new head of the BCS. And this is what he said about a supposed the possibility of a playoff system. First off, he says, the question was, do you believe the BCS will continue to exist after the 2013 season? He said, there seems to be so much resistance or seemingly vocal resistance to the BCS. It's such an entity where there's so much diverse things that come together and make it work. I don't know if it will all continue to go the way it is. If we're pressured to create a playoff system, they would simply go back to the system they used to be like and have an at-large free-for-all. That's what he says would happen. No playoff, they just go back to the old way.
Playoff!
All right. Now, here's the other thing he said, which made my blood boil. We like the current system for a lot of reasons. It brings the regular season value because of the number of bowls that are available that provide so many students with an experience of going to a bowl game, and that's a valuable thing.
Yay, everybody gets a trophy.
The theory is a playoff is created. The most you could do would be an 8-team playoff, and those 8 teams are going to be the ones that are going to experience a postseason bowl. Whereas today, you have probably 68 schools that get that experience, half of them walking away feeling good and winning. From a student-athlete standpoint, we think the current structure allows for a better overall experience for more student-athletes, and that's really what it's all about. In the world of football, it's about going to a bowl and experiencing the postseason experience. He actually said this! Dude. Okay, so let's eliminate the NCAA basketball tournament.
Oh.
Let's have 64 teams all be part of a winning, just everyone gets a big trophy. How about we have everyone get a crystal football? Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be great? On top of that, here's why you're a moron, okay? Just because there's now a playoff system of 8 teams doesn't mean they cancel the Meineke Car Care Bowl. Because why? You're sitting there saying, well, the Meineke Car Care Bowl wouldn't mean anything if there's a playoff system. The Meineke Car Care Bowl doesn't mean anything now. It's the Meineke Car Care Bowl. Nobody cares who wins. You just want to see football after Christmas. That's all a bowl game is. It would continue if there was a playoff. Dude, we have to talk. Thank you. Wow.
How do you follow that up? I was just going to talk to my tailor. Now this is what I have wow. I have a problem with you Pittsburgh people that don't have tailors. I had to get fitted for a tux the other day. Now, so I walk around South Side, downtown, no tailor. I go into 2 dry cleaning places. Little old ladies are sitting there saying, I was like, can you measure me for a tuxedo and a suit? I have to send it back to New York. I got to go to New York. I got to go to a wedding. No, I don't. I saw tape on the counter. I said, can you fit me for a suit? All I need is to get fitted for a suit. No, you're going to have to go to a tailor. Can you point me to a tailor? I don't think there's a tailor around here. There's not a tailor. It's a city. It's a city. I've never. Okay. Don't people wear suits? How did you get fitted for your suit?
Okay.
How do you wear a tailored suit?
Okay, first off, I did take it to a tailor, and if you needed a tux, why didn't you go to a tux place?
There is no tux place.
There's like 20. I could point you to 20 tux places.
I went everywhere.
Where everywhere? You don't drive. You can't walk.
Go to downtown to Burlington Coat Factory. They got a tailor in-house.
Never mind.
No, there's none on the south side, the waterfront, anywhere. The popular places.
McKee's Rocks.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's lying to you.
Carmen the Taylor, Monroeville.
Pittsburgh Sports Talk. Join the team.
Center
PSP
Avenue, Pittsburgh.
At WBGN.com. I already got
The
fitted for
William
my
Penn
tux.
Hotel.
Where is the? Who am I shooting apples? Where am I supposed to find downtown with the apple on it?
The Union.
William Pell or Tell is the apple guy. I'm going to an apple store to get a tailored suit.
The Union Trust Building downtown.
What are these buildings? Were they hidden in little closets? So a creepy old man comes back and cups you and says,
The Oliver Building. Liberty Avenue.
I got fooled by a tailor a couple of years ago in a bar. I needed to get fitted for some pants. He cupped me.
Fitted in a bar?
He did my inseam.
East Carson Street.
Turns out he wasn't a tailor.
Mike, do it again.
Where on East Carson Street? Where? He's not there anymore.
1208 East Carson Street.
No, that's 12th Street? No. Next.
Not 12th Street.
Well, it goes 10, 20, 40, 30.
East Carson Street.
Whatever the number is.
It's right by the cigar store.
No, it's not. It's closed. I even went to the bridal gown place. And I said, where do you tell people to go when they have brides?
Fifth Avenue.
What are those poor suckers called?
Liberty,
Husbands.
Bloomfield.
When the husband.
Fifth Avenue is downtown.
Fifth Avenue's downtown.
Yes.
Yes, hence the word fifth.
I just gave you
that
at
a
least.
number?
I gave you at least 5.
None of them are open. They're all out of business.
No, they're not.
News and notes.
News and notes. Here's a news. Here's a news. You're an idiot. Okay. All right. How
It's
about
not
this?
news to anybody.
Okay. All right. Heavyset Florida man allegedly robs the same bank 4 times. That is a lazy man.
You robbed it 4 times.
The same bank 4 times.
And he probably gave him their ATM card.
He sat there, but he sit there going,
Well, let me just close my eyes.
My direct TV bill ain't due, so I guess I gotta go rob the First Federal again.
Literally, they said, "Here he is again."
Here he is again. Maybe he thought he like fit in. Nah, nobody will notice. I'm only 590 pounds.
Said heavy set.
To fill it with a plastic bag, then with cash, then casually walked out. How does a heavy set man casually walk? There is no casually walking. It's grunting, moaning, breathing, crumbs.
Yeah.
Henry Kissinger.
Okay, all right.
Let me rob a bank. Next.
What was that?
It was Henry Kissinger.
No, it wasn't.
Henry Kissinger.
That's like. That's,
No, I got Rodney.
Henry Kissinger is like this. This is Henry Kissinger.
that's Henry Kissinger.
Oh, no respect.
All right. Man appears alive at his own funeral in Brazil.
That happened to me, dude. No doubt. I fell asleep a few times. They thought I was dead. They're like, oh, this guy's been dead for weeks.
A Brazilian bricklayer reportedly killed in a car crash, shocked his mourning family by showing up alive at his funeral. Basically, a 59-year-old man identified him as a victim of a Sunday night car crash. Basically, in Brazil, the day after you get buried. That's how it works in Brazil, apparently. And so everybody's sitting around, and all he went is he went out drinking. He went out drinking with his guys, forgot to tell anybody. He goes in, someone says, "Hey, I'm going to your funeral." And he's like, "Oh, I should tell somebody I'm still alive."
Why?
So,
I would have just went along with it. Got some free gifts, like flowers and whatnot.
2 news and notes. Matsui's last hurrah Yankees. He's the last time he's wore a Yankee uniform as an MVP.
Yeah.
Okay, and also, Phillies have not yet decided whether they will offer a contract extension to pitcher Cliff Lee.
Well, he's garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll, believe me, Cliff Lee's signing with the Phillies for good money. Nah, the Yankees.
Okay, this is hockey news. The Rangers are among a handful of NHL teams watching Peter Forsberg very closely. Also, the Philadelphia Flyers are watching him as well.
New York's finest. Bring them on. We'll get them all. Hey, nobody else wants to spend the money. We'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's old and
Whatever.
horrible.